Would you rather be in limbo or a Lambo? Because right now you're not failing, you're just hovering around this comfortable level. But hovering is the most expensive place that a man can live. So let's be honest, you're not broke, you're not useless, and you're definitely not stupid. But that's what makes all of this so dangerous, because you're capable of enough to survive and smart enough to explain yourself and comfortable enough to delay the change. So you just sit in this kind of comfortable limbo, not winning, not collapsing, just existing, going to work, handling responsibilities, telling yourself that you'll go all in soon. But soon is killing you, because limbo feels neutral, but it's far from neutral. Because here's the lie that you've been living underneath. You think that limbo is safe. You think staying half committed is like some never-ending pause button. But it's not, because staying in limbo is decaying yourself, but just feels comfortable. Every day you stay here, something inside you shrinks, your standards, your hunger, your belief in yourself. You don't notice it at first, and that's exactly why it works, but it's also why it's so dangerous, because there's no alarms, no breakdowns, rock bottoms, no one pulling you aside and asking if everything's okay for you. From the outside in, you look fine, but inside you feel flat and overwhelmed. That quiet pressure in your chest, that background guilt in your head that you can't shake, that sense that you're wasting time that you'll never get back. That's not stress. That's what we call self-betrayal. But here's exactly why I haven't chose the Lambo life yet. So let's get something straight. This is never about the money and the flashy cars. It never was. The Lambo is just a symbol. It represents commitment, ownership, standards, no escape routes. And that's exactly what scares you and so many of the men that I work with. It's not the fear of failure, it's proof. Because the moment you choose fully, there's nowhere else to hide. No more, I could have done more, been more, had more. No more, I didn't really try. No more little stories that protect your ego. You either have results or silence. And silence terrifies men like you and men like me, because silence tells the truth. Because the truth is, you're not lazy, you're just negotiating with yourself. Lazy men don't feel shame, but you do. Lazy men don't consume self-improvement content obsessively, but you do. That's why you clicked on this video today. Lazy men don't replay conversations in their head wondering why they feel behind, but you do. But you're not lazy, you're just negotiating with yourself. Every morning, every night. I'll train tomorrow. I'll start doing the mental work that I need to do tomorrow. I'll stop drinking next week. I'll lock in when things finally calm down. I just need some more clarity. But that's not a plan. That's just delay dressed up as intelligence. And you were very, very good at it. You are very, very good at it. But limbo, being in limbo lets you keeps your fantasy safe. Here's your uncomfortable truth. Limbo protects that fantasy version of you. That version of you that could be great if conditions were perfect. The version of you that's got massive potential but just hasn't shown it yet. The version of you that doesn't have to be tested. You're just comfortably bobbing along. And as long as you stay half in, that version of you stays alive and hope remains. But hope without execution turns toxic. Over time, hope just becomes resentment. Resentment turns in towards yourself, and resentment towards your men who follows, it turns in towards yourself and makes you hate yourself. And that's when you start numbing more, drinking more, scrolling longer, avoiding yourself. Not because life got harder, it's because you've gradually become disappointed in yourself. And that's the most dangerous place for a man. Limbo, being in limbo, is worse than real failure, because failure forces adaptation. Limbo erodes you quietly. You lower your standards without admitting it. You stop doing hard things first. You stop keeping promises to yourself. You stop believing your own words and your own promises to yourself. And that's why confidence doesn't grow, because confidence is built on evidence. And right now, your evidence says one thing: I don't follow through on the things that I need to follow through on. And that becomes your identity. Because the Lambo life is not about luxury, it's about structure. So let's reframe this properly. The Lambo life is not about champagne and applause. It's about structure, daily rules, daily standards, daily non-negotiables. You hear me talk about it all the time. It's waking up knowing exactly what gets done regardless of mood. It's training when you feel flat, eating with intention even when you don't want to, doing the boring reps when no one's working, doing the subconscious reprogramming, doing the journaling. That's the real flex. And most men want the outcome without the ownership. And that's exactly why they stay in limbo. I'm sure you see men in your life that have been in limbo for so long. And here's why motivation can and will never save you. Because you keep waiting to feel different, but you won't. Because motivation is unreliable by design. If motivation worked, you'd already be where you wanted to be. Because high-performing men don't ask, how do I feel today? Am I going to lock in today? They ask, what are my daily non-negotiable actions that move momentum forward? And then they do it. They remove choice. Because choice is where self-sabotage lives. And structure, daily structure, kills self-sabotage. Because the system always beats willpower. And this is where men like you finally break free. Not by becoming more intense, not by hyping yourself up, but by installing systems that don't care how you feel. Daily non-negotiables, clear rules around training, alcohol, sleep and effort, standards that don't move when life gets busy. And this is the same free system that I use with all my private clients. There's no hype, no motivation feel-good factor, no pretending, just structure that works on good days and the bad days. Because the bad days happen to all of us and they're the real test. But here's the cost of staying in limbo. So let me be brutal for a second, because if nothing changes, this only gets worse. Not dramatically, very gradually. You become harder to inspire, more cynical, more numb. You start calling discipline extreme. You start saying things like, I'm just enjoying my life. You start lying to yourself, but lying to yourself with confidence. And one day you realise that years have passed by. That's the real fear. It's not fear of failure, regret. It's the fear of regret. Because this is the moment that most men miss. They're sitting around waiting for certainty. But certainty comes after commitment. They wait for confidence, but confidence comes after action. They wait to feel ready, but being ready is a myth. You've got to move first. Then the feel-good feelings follow and the motivations follow, always. And once you've got the momentum going, your daily systems let you keep it going. So let me ask you again, would you rather be in limbo or would you rather be in a Lambo? Would you rather protect your potential or would you rather prove your potential? Would you rather stay comfortable or become dangerous to your old self, become the best, most powerful version of yourself? Because staying where you are is still a choice. It's a quiet one, an expensive one. So if this video hit, here's your opportunity to move forward. If this video was uncomfortable, you've got this far through it, but good. That's recognition. You don't need to take in more content, you need some structure. So comment the word blueprint and I'll send you the free system I use with all my private clients to rebuild discipline, structure and self-trust, or click the links in the description. It's there for you to download for free. And if you already know you need some pressure and accountability, book a power hour breakthrough call. That's for men who are done with living in limbo and they're ready to live that Lambo life, whether they want a Lamborghini or not. Because nobody's coming to push you. Nobody's coming to save you. You either choose structure or you carry on choosing limbo. And limbo always collects its payments quietly, with interest. So click the links in the description, download the Become Unfuckwithable Blueprint, the free system I use for myself and with all my clients. Book a power hour breakthrough call and I'll see you in the next video. Let's fucking go.